Welcome to the Motormouth YouTube channel. I'm Zach.
I'm Andrea.
And we do full-length car reviews each and every week, and we stop for a segment called Questions, Coffee, and Cars. We spun it off. We're at number 151. How do you get a question in?
Follow along on Instagram at Motormouth_Andrea. Every Sunday morning, I put a post out asking for questions. Once we gather them, the post is deleted, and we start the show.
Time now for Questions, Coffee, and Cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
I'm driving a 2020 Corolla and looking to upgrade to a midsize luxury SUV. I really would love to stick to Toyota or Lexus, but insurance costs are a concern. Has Toyota made any efforts to reduce insurance costs? If not, Toyota, Lexus, what's the next best reliable brand for holding value and low maintenance insurance costs? Alternatively, I'm considering the Audi Q5 or Volvo XC60. Which one would you prefer based on total cost of ownership?
I just got to say, boy, so a 2020 Corolla to a compact to mid-size luxury SUV, that's a big jump.
That's a big jump. That's a big jump. But maybe a family, things have changed for this person.
Absolutely.
Needs more space.
So I don't know. I think what you're worried about is the insurance costs around theft. You're probably in Canada, and we've had a major crime boom for cars, and a lot of them are landing on Lexus and Toyota products.
Recently, we have a viewer at a Land Cruiser, and unfortunately, it got stolen from an area where there is more
How long did
theft.
How long did he have the Land Cruiser, Andrea?
I hate to say it.
Tell us.
9 minutes.
He got home. 9 minutes later, they stole it, which means
He
they
waited.
followed him home.
Yeah, he waited almost a year for it, and then it was stolen in 9 minutes. So he's obviously extremely frustrated with this happening, and also was scared, which I get, totally understand. So the problem is that Toyota and Lexus are really doing their due diligence to try and prevent theft in their vehicles. And they keep it a secret, some of these new things that they're doing, but eventually the thieves figure it out, and these vehicles are being stolen, and then insurance costs go up. So it's a big problem. What we need to do is improve our ports, which I know the government has improved, but these vehicles are still getting stolen.
Okay, so the next part of the question is, okay, if you're going to move on from Toyota and Lexus, what else are you going to pick? So you're looking at an overall cost of ownership. It's kind of hard to know, what your total ownership costs are going to be in your insurance, because your driving record, where you live, and all those kinds of things will affect your insurance. So the Volvo has been around a while. Their reliability isn't near the top, it's near the bottom. If you just look at things like JD Power, for example. Audi's the same. What would you pick for a luxury compact SUV that's reliable? We've got one this week.
Yeah.
The RDX?
Yeah, I mean, you could go with Acura or Honda. I don't know about insurance costs. I did pull some numbers from Repair Pal, and the Q5 versus the XC60, the Q5 cost of ownership, according to Repair Pal, is more at $926 a year versus the Volvo at under $750 a year. And I also pulled with Repair Pal the Lexus RX, just so you could see the difference, and they've got it listed at $550 a year. So there is a difference between them all. What I like about the XC60 is just the refinement it offers. And
you like it way more than me.
Yeah, I like
You've
it.
always liked it way more than me. You like Volvos way more than I do.
I do.
I don't mind Volvos. I like the stereo, but I'm not. Every time I drive them, I like them, but I don't go. I guess I want to have one.
Well, they always say to our viewers when they're looking at a Volvo, do you like the refinement? Do you like a smooth ride? A quiet cabin? The interior feels a little bit more upscale for sure, I feel, than the Audi Q5, which has gotten old. A new one is coming. Looking forward to driving that. And then sometimes they say, yeah, that's kind of what I want. Just all around comfort. And I think that the XC60 achieves that.
I'm going to throw one out of left field for you, Andrea. A Buick has really high quality scores.
Yeah.
And have proven, not just recently, but for many years, to be very reliable and have not that expensive to repair. So that might be one you want to check out.
The Buick Enclave.
Yeah.
And that's got a 3
The Enclave
row.
is the big one. It's the
bigger
row.
one, yeah.
But what's the other one? The Insight?
Insight, no. No.
It's Envision.
Envista,
Envision.
Envision, Enclave. Hey guys, love the video. As I saw the new Kia K4 hatchback on Kia Global's website, and it looks amazing. Will the hatchback be coming to Canada? Zach?
No, we keep asking them, and they haven't confirmed it. It has been confirmed for the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen, it doesn't, 1 + 1 = 2, right? So if the United States is going to certify the vehicle for their market, I don't see why Canada wouldn't bring it in. What I think they really need to do for that car is to also bring in a hybrid. I'm looking right out of our window here is a Hyundai Elantra, which is built on the same platform, and that's available with a hybrid. They need to bring, and maybe that's what they'll do. They'll bring the hatchback or the hatch with a hybrid. I don't know. I'm with you though. I think they should bring it.
I asked them about a hybrid also for the K4, and mum's the word, as is the hatchback for Canada. So we wait and see. What compact
Your
or
mom knows the word? Word up, Mom.
Word up. What compact or mid-size SUV is made more for tall drivers? I'm 6'5".
Compact, what are we looking at here? Compact
Or mid-size SUV. So I've got one for you.
I've got one for you.
Okay, so
Land Rover Discovery. Super tall.
yeah.
They're very, very high. And if you get in a Land Rover or Range Rover, big people fit no problem. Basketball players drive those.
Yeah, for sure. The Nissan Pathfinder. Our viewers who are very tall, I have heard that the Pathfinder is very good. And then I recommended it. They went and they drove it and they said, wow, you're right. And they bought the Pathfinder.
So there you go. Buy a Land Rover Discovery.
Now, there are others too, like the Atlas Cross Sport. People say, yeah, that's got a lot of
just
space.
the Atlas is big.
Yeah, the Atlas.
German cars are usually pretty good for tall people because they have the big Germans that eat the potatoes and the sausages. Yeah?
Yes, we do talk. I'm half German, so we do talk about larger heads in the German family.
What? Wait a second.
Oh no, where is this going?
Nothing. I don't know. I can't remember a conversation about people having big heads, but there you go. I have a big head. I'm not Scottish. I've got a big
You
fat
are
head.
Scottish. You're not German.
Sorry, I'm not German, I should say.
Yeah.
See what happens to the brain?
Oh my goodness. Any word from Subaru on that digital dash with the map overlays coming to their other models? If they can put it in the Crosstrek hybrid, why not the Wilderness?
Of course it's coming eventually.
Yeah, eventually, but I don't know how soon. You're going to have to wait for a refresh on all of these models to get a 12.3-inch digital driver display.
Newsflash. You know all these fancy screens you see in cars? You know one reason why car manufacturers are pushing for everything in a screen? Because they're cheap. Screens are cheap. If you've ever gone and go online and look up what an Android tablet costs or a secondary screen for your computer, they're like cheap, and that's selling them retail. So the screens that they put in cars, they prefer it. They sell it as an upsell.
Yeah.
But it's actually, I think, costs them less.
True. So the ones that are getting that 12.3-inch digital driver display are Forester Hybrid. For 2025, the 2026 Crosstrek Hybrid, and the 2026 Forester Wilderness.
You know what?
I'm assuming when the Outback comes, it'll also get a 12.3-inch digital driver display.
So you know what? We had an eagle-eyed viewer because when we were at the Chicago Auto Show, we only got the screen on one car.
And we were lucky.
And we were lucky. We just happened to be there when they had somebody with the key to put the digital instrument cluster on and the radio.
And I begged.
So and we had to wait for these people to do their thing anyway.
Yeah.
So we finally got a shot of it. So I used it for both videos, thinking no one's going to notice.
I knew it.
Except one eagle-eyed viewer noticed
Yep.
that when I showed the center screen and we said it was the one from the Crosstrek, it actually had ventilated seats. And they go, hey, wait a second, there's no ventilated seats in a Crosstrek. So you caught me using
The other
footage.
But
But
the
I figured it was a representation of what's available.
Yeah, and also the Crosstrek for heated front seats actually has physical buttons, which
Andrea,
the Forester doesn't.
Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. I needed an image, so I used that image.
I think that was good enough because it was the only time the screen was on, and it had to do with these people having a contract with Subaru USA, and that they were allowed to have everything lit up. So of course,
We jumped on that.
I begged and pleaded for Instagram, and then Zach got in there for some YouTube footage, and we were like, yes. Love your show. What was your favorite part of the Chicago Auto Show so far? What other things did you two do while visiting the Windy City?
Could I just say one thing?
Sure.
In the previous questions, Coffee and Cars, I said I wanted to get a deep dish pizza. Did
know.
Zach get a deep dish pizza?
No. But he got a pizza.
I got a pizza, yes, late at night after some drinking.
It was
But
from
it was
Dobro.
Dobro's. And then I wanted a Chicago hot dog. So we went, it was a really great trip because Subaru Canada really splashed out. They took us to the Chicago Blackhawks game. They're playing the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
And then I went up and I thought, ooh, I'm going to get me a hot dog. I thought I was getting like the Chicago hot dog with the peppers and everything on it. I got a hot dog and a bun like I would get here at any... Anyway,
all he needed to do was go one booth down, by the way, which I told him.
Yeah, but there was false advertising. It was like something sausage thing, and I'm like, oh, this has got to be legit. So anyway, I got duped into a regular hot dog when I really wanted the Chicago hot dog, but I did have a hot dog. And then we shut down the bar. What time was it? 1:30?
1:30, yeah.
We went to a dive bar.
It's called Mother Hubbard's.
Mother Hubbard's.
Because our hotel bar
shut down
at 11. So we wanted to keep going that last night.
Yeah, so we weren't shutting her down. We went to Mother Hubbard's and had some drinks.
And fries.
And fries. And then on the way home, we saw this pizza joint, and we looked in the window. You couldn't get in. It was just like a window you could order from the side. And we wanted deep dish, and we got it back to the hotel. We opened it up. It was just regular. So I wanted a Chicago hot dog. I got a regular hot dog. I wanted deep dish pizza. I just got regular pizza. It was thin regular pizza. But you know what? At almost 2 a.m, when I've had a few cocktails, it was fantastic.
He didn't mind it, and he woke up with a raging headache.
I think I had, I'll tell you what I think it was. So we had draft beer at Mother Hubbard's. And you know, if you drink draft beer and you go to a pub, if they don't clean the taps out, you can get a thundering headache, which is what I had.
I didn't. I stuck with gin all night everywhere we went. We went to a great restaurant. Some of you who are from Chicago might know this, Steak 48. Fabulous.
I said we should go to Steak 51 because we're from the 51st state.
Don't encourage that.
That's what anyway. Steak 48 was like off the charts good.
Off the chart.
The service there was amazing. Anyway, Andrea and I love. That's our second trip to Chicago, and I love Chicago so much. It is a beautiful city. Mm-hmm. The architecture, there's great shopping, there's a fantastic food, and we haven't even gone. I want to go and see some Blues there.
Yep.
So we want to go back when it's warmer.
We did try to go to the House of Blues, but it was also closed at 11.
Yeah, the House of Blues was shut. I don't know why. Anyway, I want to go back when the weather's warmer because it's a wee bit windy there.
It lived up to its name.
And it was cold.
It was chilly. I was quite cold. I even brought my big coat. And you also asked about the Chicago Auto Show.
Oh.
And frankly...
We went there for an auto show?
Yeah. So we just did 3 vehicles from Subaru because all of the other ones that were there, we've already seen. We've done first look videos or we've already driven them. So it
was a small show. Yeah, it was really small.
Usually they have more unveilings, but it just wasn't so much. But I was still happy to go because that was our first time at the Chicago Auto Show.
Yeah, but so the only brand that actually did a presentation with like rolling the car out on the stage and the lights and all that was Subaru. And they had 3 cars, so it was great for us to go and cover them. But yeah, the show is pretty small. And but man, I got to tell you, Andrea, the people in Chicago have got to be the nicest people. The Midwest people, down to earth. You know what they're like, Andrea? They're like Canadians.
Yeah.
I said we were sitting in the seats in watching the hockey game, and these 2 guys behind us just start talking to us like I would start talking to somebody.
What happened?
Let me just explain it. And then we start talking to them, and they couldn't have been nicer.
Yeah.
One guy has a Cadillac CTS V. Cool car. And I just thought, man, people are so friendly there.
The reason why they started talking to us is that somebody within our group went and got a hot dog, and he went to the booth further down from where Zach got it.
I got the plain hot dog. He got the Chicago
and
dog.
so he got everything on it, but there was way too much mustard. And the guys behind us did want to say, guys, I just want to let you know that that is not the traditional Chicago hot dog. There is way too much mustard on that. So we basically talked to them all night, and just the nicest guys.
So if you've never been to Chicago, I highly recommend going. I would go in the spring, the summer or fall. The weather is going to be nicer. It's right on the lake. Beautiful museums, great food, great walking city, the downtown. Some area they say can be a little rough and you don't want to go to, but just ask your hotel. The river walk and tours and the architectural stuff. It is a stunning city.
We were there last in 2019. We brought the boys with us just before COVID hit. Remember COVID?
God, you know what that is, Andrea? 5 years ago that started.
I know.
In March.
So we went to Chicago because our oldest Jack is a huge fan of the Chicago Blackhawks and he wanted to go see a game. We thought, well, we've never been to Chicago. It was actually a bit of a grad present for him. He was graduating in 2020 from grade 12 and he said, but can we go in the fall before I graduate? Because I really want to see the Blackhawks play. So we went.
No, the reason why he wanted to do a double down. He wanted to do the Blackhawks and the Bulls, and they played.
They happened to play the Raptors.
The Raptors. Yeah. One night was one night was the other.
But my point is, he wanted to see the Blackhawks play, and the Raptors and the Chicago Bulls, and luckily we did that. Because we never would have made it to Chicago in 2020 because of COVID. So it really worked out well.
Great town.
Yeah. I'm considering trading my 2021 RAV4 hybrid for a 2025 Ford Maverick hybrid. Everyone is telling me this is a bad idea, but the Maverick is way more flexible. What do you think?
What RAV4 is it?
2021 RAV4 hybrid. Very reliable.
I'm here to tell you right now that the Ford hybrid system is excellent, and it returns incredible fuel economy. When we've driven the Maverick hybrid, it's returned better fuel economy than the EPA posted numbers. Listen, I don't think there's a downside to getting a Maverick. If you bought it and you drove it for a year and a half, 2 years, and you wanted to get rid of it, have a look around. There's hardly any for sale in the used market.
The reason why probably your friends are saying, are you insane? Because you're going from a reliable RAV4, solid, good, and also good resale value on that. Ford had some issues with the Maverick from, I guess, 2021 to 2024. There was a recall. They had to recall over, I think, 242,000 Mavericks.
But recalls are commonplace, though.
Yes, and however, for 2025, I mean, they've sort of sorted it all out. So I actually have a lot of confidence in the 2025 model.
If you look at the hybrids that they have in the marketplace, especially the ones that sell the most, like the Escape has moved up in terms of quality over the years it's been in the marketplace. It has gotten a lot better, and I don't know. I've said this many times on this Questions, Coffee, and Cars. I like to buy cars that I like. You know, am I willing to take a chance? First of all, it's going to be a brand new car under warranty. So you can drive it for 3 years. And if you have problems with it, you can always go back and get a RAV4. Yep. I think that, you know what? And it is so much it is flexible. It's a great product. I think the Maverick's fantastic. I want a Maverick, Andrea.
I would buy the Maverick hybrid. No problem. Our son Charlie wants either a Maverick hybrid or a Tacoma.
So I think we should get a Maverick hybrid, and then I'll just pass it off to him one day. What do you think, Andrea?
Yes, I think we've got enough cars. Here's the next question. How many vehicles do you both own, and what are they? A Porsche, a VW, and Mazda 2025 update, please. Well, you've got it right. So we have a Porsche Cayenne GTS. We have a Porsche Cayenne Diesel. We have a Volkswagen GTI, a Mazda MX-5, Miata.
And a Honda Civic. The Honda Civic's for the boys. Yeah, the GTI. The GTI you're going to see in some videos coming up because we do those like integrations, like people advertise on the channel. That's what the GTI is really for. And
because Zach loves it.
And I love it.
And I like it.
Hey, by the way, I'm just giving you a little teaser for you on the inside scoop here on the Questions, Coffee, and Cars. In March, we're giving away another set of tires.
We are.
A Canadian set of tires. They're the same tires, but one will be to a Canadian winner, and the other one will be to a U.S. winner.
So keep an eye out for that. That's coming up in March. And who doesn't need a set of tires?
Yes, it's going to be good. And then you'll see them on the GTI. All right, so if you want to get a question in, how do you do it, Andrea?
Follow along on Instagram at motormouth_Andrea. Every Sunday morning, I put a post out on Instagram asking for questions. Once we gather them, the post is deleted and we start the show. Thanks for watching.
So now I have an excuse to go back to Chicago to get a real hot dog and a real deep dish pizza.
Well, we've had deep dish there before in 2019, and
I want 'em
also had a hot dog off the street, which was delicious.
I gotta know,
too.
Andrea. I don't remember any of that. I gotta go back.